Happy Halloween, guys. It is the Late Night Enforcers. This is the special Halloween edition where me and Patrick are just going to sit around and talk about shit till a drunk motherfucker shows up and finishes out the night so that we can talk about stuff. I am not wearing my Deathstroke mask. I am wearing my Urban Slade Wilson kind of get up. It was Halloween snuck up on me, so I had to kind of put shit together relatively quickly. We'll see how long this lasts because it's very difficult to sit here with a fucking eye patch on and try to do what I'm about to do. Like, I just tried to type on my phone. I was texting a buddy of mine telling him, get your ass to my channel, watch my shit. And, it looked really weird. It's very strange, but yeah, this is something to get used to. I need to adjust this, like cut the edges off so that I can I'll just get a better. Fuck! Quit making all sorts of noise. You're scaring the hell out of me. But it's our Halloween special thing. You know what? I need to get back over to this thing before I start screaming in my own ear. Hold on. Why is it not live? Oh my god! This thing is going to take forever to go live, isn't it? Shit snacks. So while I'm waiting for this thing to show me that it went live, what's up with you, Patrick?
Oh, not much. Just enjoying the week. It is becoming the spooky week of Halloween, and I can't wait. You're looking good this evening.
Why, thank you very much, sir. Oh my god, fucking go live, you goddamn piece of shit. Oh, this is going to be so funny when it actually starting now. And there we go. That's the edit point, Ian. Why would you say that after you did it? Ian, here comes the edit point. And you made a noise, so it fucked it up. Hold on, one more time. No, fuck it. All right, so here we are again. Let me just kind of. It's the special Late Night Enforcers special Halloween special. This fucking hoodie thing is really hot. I don't know how long this thing's gonna last. I think I already said that once before. But we're here. We're gonna start talking about some stuff. Ryan's gonna come stumbling and drunk at some point, just like that dad that used to touch me. And then shit. Well, that's out. Yeah. The more you know. I don't know. No, seriously, my dad never touched me. Don't ever judge my father for anything like that. So, I know you've been drinking already, so let's go ahead and get into it. What have you been devouring with your mouth hole of adult beverage variety?
The Moscow Mule. So, it is 2 parts vodka and 1 part lime juice. That's all there is to it.
Oh my fucking god! So it's just like a spritz of lime and a bunch of vodka?
Yes, it is, sir.
Oh man, that sounds.
It's the good stuff, sir.
Oh, well, yeah, it's Absolute, right? Is that what I was seeing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you keep that in your freezer so that it's nice and chilly?
Oh, definitely. It has like frost growing over it.
Yeah, I used to do that with Jägermeister, but that didn't. I stopped drinking Jägermeister.
I was going to say that probably didn't help it.
No, I mean, Jägermeister is delicious when it's fucking cold, just like Tuaca. Yeah, Tuaca. I don't know any others that are good with it. Oh my god.
What are you doing, sir?
Well, so as most of you may know, if you're following me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. I should not try to throw and catch things with one covered eye. My depth perception is off. I recently got 2 cases of one of my favorite pumpkin beers, which is St. Arnold's Pumpkinator. I still actually have a bottle from 2014. I've got 4 bottles left from 2015, and I've got a case and a half left of 2016, which I've got a couple of bottles I need to get out to some people. Just because I've got it, I spent the money on it. They want it. They didn't get a chance to find it. What the fuck? Why not share? Be a nice guy. But I'm going to be drinking on that, and I hadn't even opened it yet. Don't you do anything fucking strange. Let's see if I can't. This is really exploded. Yeah. Oh, it'd be great all over the laptop and everything. This is just another fucking shit. Let me see if I can pour this properly with one good eye. Probably not.
Beer, you want tons of foam, right?
No, you don't want tons of foam. Want a good amount of head, but you don't want tons of foam. But yeah, so this is a seasonal beer. It's their obviously their pumpkin beer. It is the one beer every year that I absolutely positively have to get my hands on. So when it does come out, I try desperately to find at least a case of it. Ever since last year. Last year was the first time I found a case, and I think I spent 112 on that one. This year, thanks to help from a friend of the group, Cynthia, I was able to find 2 cases. So ended up spending about $200 altogether on the cases combined. It was like it actually was like 189, something along those lines. And the store that she found it at actually was selling the cases cheaper than the place that I bought it at last year. So I actually saved money because it would have been 330 if I'd bought it at the other place, like 2 cases of worth. 2 cases of worth. Yeah.
So do they go for that much more of a premium?
So the bottles go anywhere from $7 to $9 at like your regular grocery store, like Whole Foods, that kind of stuff. Any mass chain that does it. When it comes to like beer specialty type stores, the bottles can range anywhere between $15 to $20.
Wow.
So, and it's a very limited run every year unless there's an issue. There was one year, I think it was back in 2014, when the first batch that they released they didn't feel confident in how it ended up going. Like there was some type of leakage through the cap. I really honestly don't remember what the situation was, and I couldn't get into the specifics. I'm sure, if I was talking with John, he could tell me what it was exactly, because I could give the basics of what I know of it, and he could say, yes, it was aeration of the fermentation of the ejaculation or some shit like that. Oh, excuse me. And so they did a second batch. So that bottle that I've got sitting from 2014 is from that second batch, or at least I hope it is. Because, man, that would really suck if I open it up and it's one of the ones that like aerated it improperly, and now I'm drinking on something that's just not all that good.
Mind you, I'm going to play stupid here. Does it actually get better with age?
So, yes, kind of, sort of. It's one of these things where the longer it can ferment, even though it's not in bottle fermentation where you have a lot of sediment at the bottom of it when you're actually drinking the bottle. There is basically the possibility for it to actually get higher in alcohol content and smooth out as well, because you give it more time for some of the spices and the flavors to kind of chill out, for lack of a better term. Like, let's just say, for example, if you were to get I've got a bottle of Rumkin, which is a pumpkin beer that was aged in rum barrels. So like if you take it like fresh out, like just bought it from the store, like it just got released, and you pop it, it's going to taste hot, which means you can still taste a lot of the alcohol flavor to it. If you let it sit for like over a year, 6 months or something along those lines, there's a possibility that hotness will kind of mellow out to the point where you barely notice it, but you still get the flavor of the rum barrel. So, and it's
cool.
Yeah, it's one of these things where I haven't touched any of those other bottles since last year. So one of these nights I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have the 2014, the 15, and the 16, and I'm going to try to do them in one go so that I can kind of do just a basic review. But I think that is going to be a lot of fucking beer for me to drink, because each of these is about 2 glasses. So I'm going to have to sit down with someone and drink it so that maybe I can get like a side, a two-person kind of two-person comparison type thing. But yeah, no, I mean, it's one of these things where it's like this year's batch to me doesn't, it tastes a little thinner than last year's. It's not as thick, which is it's weird. It's a weird description when I keep trying to make like expressions with my right eye and you can't see it, and it doesn't matter. I'm winking at you, I assure you. But I think in about 6 months this will start to like thicken up, for lack of a better term, and then it'll taste a lot better. But it is one of these ones where it's a nice stout that it ends up tasting like a pumpkin pie a little bit warmer as it gets warmer.
Okay. Learned something new today for me.
Yeah. It's very delicious. I like it. I like it a whole bunch. I mean, There was one pumpkin beer 2 years ago that I found. It's Whole Hog is the name of the brewery, and it's just their pumpkin ale. And I happened to just stumble across it, bought a 4-pack of it, and it was glorious. Absolutely fucking loved it. Like it was basically like it was another version of the Pumpkinator where it was a pumpkin ale that tasted like a pumpkin pie. It was a lighter ale. It was more like you could actually see through it. It wasn't as black as this is. But the following year, I bought another 4-pack of it, and they did something different with the recipe, and it just did not taste good. I didn't like it. So this year, when it came out, I only bought one 4-pack when last year I bought 2. But it was one of these things where I was able to get home. I had one of them and realized, yes, this batch is as good as it was the year prior or the year before last. So I ran back to the store, and apparently a lot of people got turned off by last year as well, because they were like, do you want to buy a case of it? And I was like, how much is a case? And it was over $100. So I was like, nah, I'm going to save my money for a case of Pumpkinator. But yeah, I mean, pumpkin beer season is upon us. I can't remember if I talked about that last time, but now is the actual time. Something. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm running low on everything that I've bought so far, but I'll make sure that I at least save a bottle of Pumpkinator from this batch that I bought, so that you can try that out.
Yeah, I only need a small amount, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, because I mean, if you take a swig of it and you're just like, that's gross, which a lot of people do that. And a lot of people give me shit. I'm trying to find the alcohol content in this, but
you know, to be honest, Scott showed me this this sour one, and I ended up actually loving it. So you never know.
Yeah, well,
it was close to a green apple cider. So
okay. Well, actually, that's another one that me and Cynthia located. We happened to go to a special screening of The Crow at the Alamo Draft House, and they. Shit, my brain shut down on me. While we were there, we got there pretty early because I have to drive by there to get home, and the showing was at like 9 o'clock at night. Hang on, fucking shit just keeps popping up on my screen. So we stopped in that area, had dinner at this place called the Taco Joint, which is real fucking delicious if you've never had it. I'm trying to make that look better. Yeah, it still looks a little good. But the Alamo had what they refer to as a rotator, which is basically a beer that's not, nope, that's not working. It's just pulling the fucking patch up my face. It's basically a beer that only comes out at a certain time. So basically a Pumpkinator would be a rotator. It would be something that's not on your menu all the time. But it is a pumpkin ale cider, which was real fucking tasty. And I was not expecting it. I was just like, well, let me try it because I'm the kind of guy that's going to try everything that's pumpkin related. And there we go. It was really good. She actually tracked down a couple of bottles of them. I got them in the fridge, but I'm not going to touch them. Not until she's here. Of course, I think she drank the one that she bought, but whichever.
That sounds great.
All right. So we've talked about the booze.
Mm-hmm. That we have.
We've talked about it being Halloween. I think it's time to really get down to the nitty gritty. And thank God, with Ryan not being here, we don't have to worry about talking about any Destiny shit.
No Destiny's Child?
Nope, not talking about Destiny's Child. That game is a pile of fucking shit. And there's plenty of podcasts out there where people just talk it up like it's the biggest, best thing since sliced bread. And we all know my feelings on it. I'm not going to sit here and talk it up. I'm not even going to buy any more expansions for it.
You get the views for
it. Yeah. Probably, but I don't know if people watch that because of my rants or if they watch it because Ryan is defending it properly in their opinion. My God, I got to take this hood off. This thing is killing me. I can't stand it anymore. Oh,
hey, it's called AC, man.
It's on. It's like 76 degrees, and I'm right underneath the vent, and this thing is just it's not letting go. I can't do this anymore.
Now, granted, it's Texas. We're in our second heat wave now.
I don't know what's going on with your mic, but every now and then you get compressed way down.
Really?
Yeah, like right now you're real low.
I don't understand why. There's no
Let's see, now you're fine. I think
can't really drag it towards me anymore. Could be maybe when I don't say anything, it kind of just pauses everything.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's like a noise cancellation type situation. What the hell was I going on about? Okay, so I was saying something that I freaked out and had to take off that hoodie because I started sweating.
We just got done with all the whole what we're drinking and everything like that, and to move on to the
Oh.
meat of the situation with that Destiny.
Right. Yeah, not talking about Destiny because Destiny's a pile of fucking piss. So we could just basically get into what we've been doing lately. Like, I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to cover what we've been playing lately, or do we want to wait for Ryan for that, or do we want to cover what shit's come up in the news, or do you want to wait for Ryan for that?
Ooh.
Oh shit! Hold on! Oh my god! Perfect timing. There he is.
Master and Commander's here.
If you're saying anything,
Maybe.
we can't fucking hear you.
Garage Man.
Nope, can't hear you.
What's up, you stupid fucks?
Oh shit! Great. He's gonna come in with that kind of attitude. What's up, you drunk ass piece of shit? You missed it, dude. I had to take my hoodie off. It's too fucking hot in here.
I didn't miss shit.
You looked awesome.
I had it going on my freaking phone. Have you not looked at the chat?
Yeah, I am looking at the chat. It's not showing anything.
Oh, it's got a whole bunch of me on there.
Oh, well,
No, I see it now.
Where the fuck? Because I'm looking at it and there's nothing fucking there.
He's wondering where
The
John
John on
John is and how hopeless we are without him. You know.
Yeah, how hopeless you are without me. Yeah.
Hold on a second. What the
Oh,
fuck?
man, you're doing shots? Shit.
Shot. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done with that. I'm only doing half because I want to try and make this tequila last. I've had this tequila for a while. It's been in the freezer for a long time, so it should be nice and good. It's gonna hopefully make this cough go away.
Highly doubt that. Is it a hot toddy that you got mixed up there? Yeah, I can't even see anything in the chat.
No, it's straight tequila.
Oh,
We don't play.
It's Key.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's K. Yeah, it's K.
Hey, Key, what the fuck ever.
Fucking say it right.
Yeah, I don't care. Turn up your volume.
Hi guys, how are you?
We are good. You missed there's gonna need to be some editing. Just throwing that out there. You missed the beginning of this thing where basically we just went over what we've been drinking. I was talking about the $200 worth of pumpkin beer that I recently bought and how delicious.
I heard that.
Okay,
And
so
I'm gone, so
yeah, he's wasted. He's like white girl wasted, and you guys give me shit about that. So, do you want to talk specifically about the drink that you've been drinking on?
Me?
Yeah, you.
So I apologize to everybody who is watching this now or will be watching it or listening to it later. I showed up a little bit late, had some family stuff going down. Just quick, like kiddo had a fall festival that went a little bit longer. We ended up going to dinner. And because I started at dinner with tequila, I'm going to go ahead and keep going with it. I have what's left of a bottle of K legendary. Okay, it just says legendary since 1537 on there. Interesting. Set of tequila. I've had it before. It's very good. It mixes very well. I've always enjoyed it. It's 80 proof, 40%. And it has been in that freezer that I have for better part of like 6 months, I think, at minimum.
Now, you were drinking on whiskey by them for the longest time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Still enjoy it. Still really enjoy that whiskey. That whiskey's phenomenal. But I'm going to not move to whiskey from tequila tonight just because I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, and I don't want tomorrow to be all crazy. So
I have to work tomorrow, so I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, sucks to be you. I am drinking it out of a skull shot glass that I happened to get on my last cruise. I have two of them because I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving the Caribbean. I got them in Jamaica, I think. I'm not leaving the Caribbean without some skull shot glass. It's just not happening.
You can get those at the dollar store.
I know.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Fully aware.
Jamaica's awesome, so
Fully aware. But this is international skullduggery.
exactly.
Oh, I like what you did there. International
Yeah.
skullduggery. That's very clever.
Because I'm smarter than you.
Yep, totally are. So, Ryan, other than that fucking game that we're not going to talk about tonight,
Yeah,
I
well,
wanted-
because our two special guests aren't here, so there's no need to really talk about it.
yeah, well, that's
But
very
yes.
true. So, do we want to talk about what else we've been? I mean, me and Patrick have been playing some other shit. You haven't. Well, no, that's right. You have
Well,
played something other
I
than.
have. I have.
So, do we want to talk about that, or do we want to talk about the news first?
News. Let's talk. I'm blanking on the news, so I'll remember it in a minute. I'm pretty sure it's probably Nintendo.
That's one.
That's one. Okay. Wait. I thought I saw 4 windows pop up there in the bottom corner. Weird. So what I've been playing has been, other than the game that will not be named, is I've been doing a little bit of Assassin's Creed, trying to wrap that up. And there's another one that I'll talk about here in a second that I just started this week that I know everybody else in this cast and watching and possibly listening is so thrilled about. But been wrapping up some Assassin's Creed Syndicate. That's been fun. Really diving deep into that. Microsoft conference. So digging that. That's getting a little bit deeper with the truth factor as far as that story goes. I'm not going to spoil a whole lot of it right now. You just have to watch and see, because I'll probably start playing that more on the weekends. I'll definitely stream the rest of it. But as it is October, it is that spooky time of year. And because Ian won't shut the fuck up about it,
I bought you the goddamn game with the intention of you playing it for everybody's enjoyment.
I have started Outlast Whistleblower, and I've played approximately, total game time, approximately like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to cut out 30 minutes out of that hour and 45-minute stream just for bullshit. It's already up on the channel. You guys will see there is a video that got uploaded right before this will drop. Definitely please check that out and leave a comment as to how much you laughed at me almost shitting myself at least 4 times.
No, more than 4 times. I mean, there was like legitimately like 6 times that I was like, holy fuck. I don't think I saw him jump this much when he played the original Outlast or vanilla, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Since this is DLC, let's specify that.
Yeah,
I just winked with my right eye.
I think though that there was a disadvantage between the last Outlast and this one. And that disadvantage was the fact that I played Slender, and then like 2 weeks later I did Outlast.
Yeah. You had
Right?
more of
So
you were used
went
to
with-
that style.
Yeah, I went with Dear Mother of God to, it's kind of sort of scary. There's a big weird naked guy chasing me around this insane asylum. And then I see Patrick sitting in the bottom just laughing. Now this one is a little bit worse in my opinion, just because it is the prequel, so it's everything that happened beforehand, right? It is.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Chunks of it take place before. I'm not gonna.
If there's any part that takes place after, I haven't gotten to that, obviously. But the part I'm at now is the guy who tried. It's the whistleblower, obviously. It's the guy who tried to kick off the original investigation of Outlast, the vanilla game.
Well, okay. Let me put this to you. After you had your face licked and you were staring at that screen, and you fell out of that chair, you were in the current time with vanilla. Like everything about him sending the email was the prequel, and that was the stuff that set up the original game. But now you guys are actually roaming around the place at the same time.
Oh, see, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit right there.
You wait.
I don't want to finish this.
You wait. You're gonna like the end of this. This one's got a nice hoppy aftertaste.
Oh man, I am gonna make you. I swear, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna make you play Rise of Iron.
Go fuck you. I am not. No. If you.
This is how this relationship is gonna go. You're gonna make me play fucking horror games. I'm gonna make you play Destiny for the rest of your life.
That's not going to be a thing. It's not.
Comment in the comment section. Fucking you, the viewer, decide.
Yeah, you, the viewer, decide if Ryan buys the Rise of Iron expansion for me for Destiny, just so that I have
Same
to.
cost that you paid for my games.
No, I paid like
You would do it.
25 for both, for all together. I'm not fucking playing that goddamn game anymore.
Unless we're just fucking around doing multiplayer and we're having a good old dandy drunk time against the other podcast.
Yeah, if they ever get the cojones up to go against us.
I don't know. I kind of wrecked shop on them the other night because they wanted to do it when you were busy. I remember messaging you, but we said we weren't going to fucking talk about this. God damn.
No, we're not going to talk
Moving
about
on.
it. We're going to stop talking about it. Moving along.
Destiny's Child.
Moving on.
Have you been playing anything else other than the Outlast and the Assassin's Creed?
I did jump into Division for like 10 minutes just to see what was going down with it like 3 weeks ago, but I heard there was a giant update patch that happened either this week or last week.
So
Gray's
big,
actually been playing it, and I heard it's really good.
yeah, so big that they're calling it a free patch, as if there was so much changed into it that a lot of people believe that it should have been like DLC, but that doesn't make any sense if it's not technically adding any content. Although I did see a statement where a guy was saying that he set a particular mission on its hardest setting, and the third low-level grunt that he killed dropped a gold.
I mean, maybe they fixed their random number stuff, you know?
That's a possibility. If that's the case, I'll go back and at least finish the fucking story.
Hey,
by
that
myself.
one was meatier than.
Well, yeah, that definitely had a story to it. It's just when you're playing with a group of people that has only that game to play and they bypass you severely, it gets really, really tiring to try to play it with other people because you're level 12 and they're already level 30, and then all the enemies scale to your buddy instead of staying with you.
It's just like me playing Diablo 3. Like literally just like it.
No, I give you that. But at least in Diablo 3, I feel like I have a chance. In the Division, I don't feel like I have a chance. Like if I walk off by myself,
you got to hide in the corner and play Spawn Point.
Diablo 3 is based on the actual person who created the game.
Say what now?
Diablo 3 is based on the actual person who created the game.
Oh, I got you. So who's hosting the game is who the level is based off of. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's also not too different from the Division. You know, it's a multi-leveling. Like they average the levels across all of the different gear levels that are of people in the group. So they scale to that. But if you're the lowest one, like in this case, if Ian jumps in with me and half of the other group that we have, and he's the lowest one, he's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bored.
Magic fire all over the place.
Dude, and I was alone that night. And that shit, you want to be an RPG, you got to have some of the same mechanics. You want to level up quickly, you go one level higher than what you're currently standing at. You don't fucking give them magic fire that whips around a goddamn corner and eats my anus when I'm trying to run away from him and his time-based bad guys, not the set amount of waves. We're not getting into that. We're not doing that.
Nope.
Okay.
That's fine. So, real quick, news. What is the news?
Well, no, we haven't gotten into what we're playing, so now we get to do that.
Oh, I thought you guys already had. I thought I showed up that late. So
No.
Jesus.
Actually, we just recently started. I mean, we spent
Look, continue.
10, 15 minutes that need to be edited out, but we did stuff.
We do stuff.
Wait, what do you mean wrong chat? I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking to hater.
Oh. See, I can't see anything going on in that chat. I'm looking right the fuck at it. Whatever.
Refresh the screen.
I did.
It's only for us special people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys are fucking special because I still at least have some of my costume on.
I can't unless you want me to switch to my Yeti mic and then.
I guess you actually do have your shirt still on. So real quick, what I'd like to do is I've been angry enough right now. What I'd like to do, Patrick, is ask you about Cluster Truck.
Oh, dear God. Why would you?
Because
Oh,
that was fun.
God. Fuck that game. Jesus. That was the most aggravating game I think I've ever played. Even though, yes, I did beat it in a reasonable amount of time, but the controls are just aggravating. You think you're doing one thing, and it does a complete other thing. It's delayed. It's slightly off. I don't know what to say about it. It's just everywhere. But that's what makes the game, and I understand that's what makes the game, and that's what makes it, I guess, entertaining. At one point, you're having fun, but at the other point, you just want to punch the developer.
Speaking of the developer, you wanna talk about what you showed me and what I've actually come across on a bunch of other people's streams?
So it seems that these games are actually hosted up on, I assume, what is their own servers. And so when you're playing, it seems like there is a chance that the developers can come in and just fuck with you. And it's all in good fun, but good God, the things that they can do, like make the trucks like literally like an inch wide and you have to jump on it. It's just insane.
Yeah,
Just insane.
that was pretty cool. And they'll change the colors, make them flat so that they've got wider surfaces. My favorite one though was the laser trucks.
Oh God, that was hilarious. The fact that they have this like laser beam on the back of all the trucks, and I don't even know how you're supposed to dodge for that, to be perfectly honest.
You have to jump at an angle out and then round yourself back in. Having never played the game, I don't even know if I would be able to pull that off without fucking snapping my controller.
Oh, it will be here for you. It will be here for you.
Oh, so I take it not only am I supposed to play Sister Location for your amusement at Extra Life, I'm gonna have to play that shit too? Is that what we're trying to get done?
Oh hell yes! Oh hell yes! That's the mission. Yeah, fun stuff, huh?
So since we had that segue real quick, so basically, we're trying to hammer this all out, guys. So this is kind of may not be how it actually plays out. Just be fluid with us on this. But this year for Extra Life, it's probably going to be our group doing either multiple different casts or one big cast out of Patrick's house, where you'll have a bunch of people sitting on a couch, one person playing a game, unless it's me playing a spooky game, and then I have to be in a separate room all by myself so these fucking dorkwads can come in and fuck with me while I'm trying to play these games.
A theater.
Okay. If I'm doing it in there, you have to give me some type of a setup, especially if I'm doing Sister Location. You have to give me something so that I can set it on. I'm not going to try to fucking mouse on my lap.
Oh, we'll work it out.
Okay, well, just keep that in mind, folks. Extra Life Late Night Enforcers. We'll share the thing in the thing. We'll make a video for the thing.
When we do the thing with the stuff.
When we know more about the thing, we'll let you guys know more about the thing.
Make sure you follow the Twitters because we'll be putting the things up there on that thing.
Yeah, and on the other Insta things and things.
Yeah.
No longer putting it on the Vines because that's gone.
Oh, that's gone. Yeah, that's out.
I don't
People
even
still
understand
do
how.
Vines. I wonder what happened to all those Vine stars.
Yeah, like Bat Dad and Bat Dad.
YouTube. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, he probably is. But Instagram, you can do 6-second videos.
Yeah, but to be perfectly honest, where you really make money.
You do 30, 60-second stories on Instagram just like you can on Snapchat.
Oh, you can actually do up to a minute on Instagram now.
That's what I said. You can do up to 60-second on Instagram. I think Snapchat is still like 15
He did say
seconds.
60 seconds.
He did. Oh, well, you know what? I need to refill my beer.
I just need to refill my beer.
All right, so
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. This is your section.
Well, I was going to say the other games I've been playing is Civilization 6, which is probably the most boring thing to stream, but when I was drunk, it was hilarious.
Yes, it was because you were constantly screaming my name, which that's not right, and then making a gesture of a giant hole that was getting fucked. So let's just play back in order what I just said. He was screaming my name while being agitated about getting fucked. So yeah, there's no way around that, man. There's no way around that.
Are
Fair
we
enough.
sure him playing a game is the price of admission?
I almost spit that shit all over the place, dude.
I fucking win.
Oh god.
Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do. And of course, I did briefly do. I did play Enter the Gungeon, and of course, Homeworld, which has been an aggravating little thing as well. So
Yeah, I remember watching you play some of that where it's like put a pylon here and then protect the pylon. Oh wait, the other pylon's getting attacked. Go protect the pylon, because you had to have all the pylons down and stationary with protection for the entire time that things were being decrypted and whatnots.
something similar to that, but pylons would be StarCraft. But yes, something similar to that. I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit.
You know what I fucking mean. Don't give me that shit.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's why I'm giving you credit. So, yeah, that's all the different things that I've played. No Redout or Project High Rise or Ori and the Blind Forest.
That reminds me.
God.
Did you go back to Ori and the Blind Forest after that, or did you? Because you didn't even leave that little area that night. Like you were just in that one little spot the entire night.
Yeah, no, I never actually came back to it. I think I just said fuck the game and left.
That's, I'm going to be honest with you. That's pretty much what I did. After I got out of the first tree, I was like, this is an awesome game. It's very beautiful. I am not fucking playing any more of this shit because it will just piss me straight the fuck off.
I paid the money. I feel good about giving the developers. They did an excellent job. The visuals and the music is just awesome. I just want to punch someone in the face, so I stopped.
Yeah, and that beginning, man, it takes 10 seconds in that game to start tugging at your heartstrings, and then it's just,
Oh yeah.
I can't, woof. We're not going to talk about it here. If you guys want to know about the beginning of Ori and why I'm talking about being a blubbering little baby at it, go look up the beginning of Ori the Blind Forest. It's gut-wrenching. I don't know if it's as gut-wrenching as the opening of The Last of Us. No, probably not.
Oh yeah, no,
Probably not, but fairly close. All right, well, shit. So I guess we're on to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You've been quiet.
you've played a bunch of shit.
Have I played a bunch of shit? Well, okay, yeah, I guess I have. I've been playing through the Telltale series Batman, or Batman the Telltale series. The third episode's out. I haven't played it yet, but I played through episode 1 and 2. I can't remember if I talked about the episodes here, so bear with me if I'm repeating myself from the last cast. I'll try to be quick about it. Episode 1 does a really good job of setting up how they're going to do the storytelling, because it's a lot of this. It's more focused on Bruce Wayne and shit along those lines, which is really cool. I mean, you still get to do some Batman stuff, but it is a point and click adventure. So there's not a lot of combat, and what combat is there is just quick time events. That's really all it boils down to. It's not anything like the Arkham series when it comes to its combat, because that's not the style of game it is. So this is all story driven. And recently I played through episode 2. I've decided not to stream those just because I wasn't getting a lot of people watching them, and I can actually see all 4 of the button prompts, because I've got this thing that's on the screen that blocks the bottom one, and I can never, read everything that's going on or being questioned. Damn, my brain farted. So episode 2 actually has some really interesting stuff that comes up that starts making some twists and turns in the storyline. I think that one was called Children of Arkham. So that kind of gives you a bit of an idea of where things are going to go. I'm not going to go into great detail, but there's a sequence in there that because all of your actions have some type of an effect, kinda, on the way the story plays out. There was a situation where you had one character on your right and one character on your left, and both of them were in peril, and you needed to interact with one or the other you had to. It was your given choice. So basically, I looked at it. I was like, okay, well, this character should be able to handle themselves. This character cannot. So I'm going to go take care of this character. And I think in that way, I stopped the game from introducing a particular character earlier on than it wanted to, because the box art thumbnail, whatever the hell you want to call it, for episode 3 shows this particular character. And I'm like, ooh, okay, so I guess what I did had nothing to do with it. So whatever, shit's gonna happen anyways.
They will get the desired outcome that they want.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like Mass Effect. Like, you can make a whole bunch of fucking choices that make you think you're making choices in the game, but eventually you get to the ending that they wrote. Not any, like, there's not a bunch of different endings to it, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I haven't seen it, but like 2 different endings for the first season of The Walking Dead, which was a phenomenal fucking game, and I highly recommend that for anyone. Also, the Michonne miniseries that they did was pretty good too. But that's been a lot of fun. I highly suggest that you check that out. Ryan gives me shit because I bought the season pass for it, but it's different than that game that shall not be named. We'll call it Voldemort.
Or that any game that has a season pass.
Speaking of season passes, happy Titanfall 2 day to everybody that's out there that gives a shit about it.
I heard about that, man.
I got it loading or loaded. As soon as I'm done here tonight, I'm logging my ass into my Titan, and I'm going to run around and kill some shit. And I'm excited.
It is good stuff.
I'm really weirded out, though, because EA didn't put this on EA Access. Usually EA Access, you get access to it, like, let's say, if it comes out on a Tuesday, which, fuck, it's Friday, and we're recording this, and Titanfall 2 just came out. Oh, excuse me. But it's one of these things where usually when it comes out on a Tuesday, that Thursday beforehand, you could download it early, being part of EA Access. They didn't do that this time around. They didn't do that at all. Like, I was constantly checking on it because I could at least then preload it and use the disc as my license because I'm a collector and I get the physical copy. So it still wasn't on there. I think it was even this morning I turned it on just to see if there was a way to, back or do it while I'm at work. I can't even think straight anymore. By the way, it was really bright in here when I took off that eye patch. It was like amazing. How was I saying? But I'm super stoked about it. Like, I just got done listening to a podcast from the guys over at Giant Bomb where they were talking it up a lot. I'm really excited to see what they do with the single player campaign, since this is the first game in the series that has a single player campaign. So I'm really stoked about that. I've also been playing Gears of War 4 because that recently came out. Currently currently playing through the campaign with my buddy Raw. It's interesting. A lot of the reviewers refer to it as like The Force Awakens because a lot of it is kind of the same stuff that was done in the first Gears of War game. But it's still very, very interesting. Like, I'm enjoying it a lot. The gameplay is still nice and snappy. The visuals now that they're on Unreal Engine 4 is really fucking sick. I mean, Ryan can attest to this. He's checked out a couple of my streams and been like, I'm buying this game as soon as I can because it looks so pretty.
This is true. This is true.
Last night I fought walking vaginas. I'm just
Really?
Yeah, just throwing that out there.
They're the first one you've seen in a long time.
I'm literally fucking done with you. You know that, right? I'll fuck you all the way to the bank. But it's a lot of fun. I think it was after the first night, because the night it came out, which was on a Tuesday, I didn't have to work the next day. So after my buddy was like, I gotta log off, I decided, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna continue the campaign without him. I dived into the new Horde 3.0, which there's a lot that's very similar to the Horde 2.0 from Gears of War 3. I had a lot of fun. I was playing with nothing but randos, and it was a good time. Of course, though, at a certain point, people start dropping out, and eventually I got to the point where I'm trying to carry on an entire Horde thing myself. Now, for those of you who don't know what Horde mode is, Gears of War 2 basically actually started that whole idea, which turned into Firefight for Halo, the Trials of Oric or whatever for fucking Destiny, or that
Trials-
game that shall not be named.
Trials of Osiris is a 3-person elimination thing.
Okay, what's
If you're-
that? Oh, the Prison of Elders. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Prison of Elders.
Okay, so I mean, Gears of War 2 started that, but basically what their horde mode always has broken down to is survive 50 waves of this stuff. Every 10 waves, you have a boss fight. So it's interesting stuff. And in this one, they've got the mechanics back from Gears of War 3, where you basically have, for lack of a better term, tower defense type stuff that you could do, where you could set up like turrets and things around a particular area so that you could find a spot and hold it down, which
Very Rainbow Six Siege.
yeah. And that was the only way that me and a group were able to actually finish out horde mode on Gears 2, was there was actually a map, because they just use the multiplayer maps. They just drop you in it and like, we're going to spawn them and you just got to fucking kill them. In Gears of War 2, there was actually a map that had a laser grid in one section of it. And if you just posted up in there and, you know, at the end of a wave or when a wave was running down, you could pull the lever and you would have like, I think it's like 10 to 30 seconds to run around and gather ammo and come back. And then the lasers would come on so that you could kind of use those as like free barricade. So of course that map has never come back because that map made it too easy to finish out the 50 rounds. Not that I could do it by myself, but I think it came down to me, my cousin, and my brother, like one night at like 4 a.m. Like we're on wave 45. And we've got this. We got to fucking just specifically like target each guy's got to. You got a job. You're looking this way. You're looking this way, and you're out front. You know, and you got to call out when you need help, shit like that. I mean, it was a great time. I really enjoy it. It is something that I'd like to be able to do with a group of people, but I only know one other person that bought Gears of War 4, so it's probably going to be something that I do with randos up until I get bored with it. The one thing that I didn't like is there are zombie characters that you can play as. There are zombie players characters that you can use, and that kind of ties into some of the story. I don't want to give away any of the story throughout the series that leads into it, but there are zombie characters of other characters, like the main characters from this game. You can have zombie characters of, and it's quite irritating because whenever you get a kill, they just brains, and it's just every time. There's not any like new statement that they make. So I did it once, and I'm not going to do it again with the zombie characters. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm sure there's a game that Patrick wants me to talk about. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not happy with this, and I've saved my anger about this. So much so that I think it like boiled down inside and just created an ulcer on top of other ulcers that I've got building up inside of me. I recently bought the BioShock collection, which, if you don't know, came with BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite, and all the DLC. I bought it thinking, man, this is going to be a good game to stream. Have people watch that. There's a couple of points that are going to make me jump. People will get a good joke out of that. You know, it's a really good game. The stories that are told in them are real fucking good. They're real awesome. I like those games a lot. BioShock 2 less than the others, but they're still really good. I really enjoy them. They're still very beautiful. Except for the fact that 2K wants to be the biggest dickhole in the fucking universe and make it so that you cannot stream any of their games directly through the console, which everybody knows that's the way that I currently do things, is through the console. So they've basically blocked it. Like, my intention one night was to stream Minerva's Den, which is the DLC that came out for BioShock 2. I'd never got a chance to play it, and I figured this was a really good way to do it. And I could do it, you know, watching with other people or playing with other people. Just shut with your PC Master Race shit. So that other people could kind of see what's going on and kind of enjoy it with me and suffer through it with me. But yeah, I saw reports that 2K had actually blocked it from being streamed at least the first week, and I was like, okay, well, this is just a thing. They're going to eventually do an update and allow people to stream this thing. No, this thing is locked out. If I want to stream this, I'm going to have to set up my Elgato streaming through the computer so that I can actually do that and bypass their fucking blockage, which is some fucking bullshit. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can understand, yes, the story, there are certain twists in it that if it's ruined, then, you know, what's the point in buying the game? But there is a thing called Wikipedia and memes that just basically have ruined the end of most of those games. Like, if you really want to know, you already know. You know, there shouldn't be the whole thing of, I got to keep people from streaming it because I don't want people to ruin the story, when other people will just fucking do the Reader's Digest version of it if they really want to.
The big thing is this game is not new. It was released quite a bit a while. So you're not doing any kind of spoilers. I get capping like 1 or 2 weeks to make sure there's not spoilers out there. But you're talking games that are a couple of years old now.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. Capping a couple of weeks, I can understand. I can totally understand that. Or doing what like the PlayStation 4 will do, where you will reach sections of a game and it'll block those sections from being streamed. Which that's totally understandable. But you're blocking the entire fucking game. Like I can't remember if I could stream Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero. I think I did.
You did.
That was that one that gave me my best view count ever when I was streaming. But like Final Fantasy 15, when Final Fantasy Type 0 came out, it came with the demo for Final Fantasy 15. They blocked the demo from being streamed. That's totally understandable. It's a fucking demo. You don't want people out there showing off their glitches. Now, the only reason why I would think 2K wants this blocked is because they moved everything into Unreal 4, and they're afraid that a glitch is going to pop out that's going to fuck their shit up. And they're going to, we don't want to see it. I mean, you look at it, they delayed the PC version of this collection, and I think it's because they know that there's glitches. I think it would be smart, it would behoove them that when the PC versions release for the collection, that they unlock that streaming, because you're no longer going to be able to stop any. But besides, if I wanted to, I could. It's fairly simple.
You could.
Ryan's done it before. Ryan's done it plenty of times where he streamed his Xbox through an Elgato. It's not hard to do. So I don't understand what.
So do it.
I don't think this TV that I have is compatible with having some type of pass through like that. Like the old TV that I had out here didn't do it. I tried. I'll look into it someday. I may look into it when I start doing the Buried at Sea, which is the DLC for BioShock Infinite, which I still haven't. I haven't played that, but that we'll cross that bridge when it comes. But it's fucking stupid. It's really fucking stupid to block a game and then just leave it blocked, as far as streaming is concerned through the consoles.
Agreed. I can see it stopping your average streamer, but it's if someone who's dedicated, they're going to get it out anyway. So yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, again, if I was really pushing to do it, I could find a way to get it done. But then again, I do like the fact that there is a game that is forcing me to play it where I'm not streaming it. That way I can play it without having to worry about looking at a chat the entire time and worrying about like having someone walk in and be like, pay attention to me, I'm here. Or say something.
She just went live.
Did she really?
Yeah, because it's Spooky Scary Week.
Yeah, well, I finally convinced her to play a different game other than State of Decay the other night when she had like a 8-person stream, you know, 8 audience stream going. Yeah, I was like, put on Evil Within. People don't want to watch you mundanely walk around to a bunch of stuff. Start playing a different game. And she got past the opening credits finally.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, she finally got past the opening credits. And no,
Bravo.
I'm not gonna plug her channel or anything like that here. I haven't seen her comment on any of our little videos that we do, so that's just how it is. If you don't, if you are watching this and you're angry with me, you can get glad in the same pants that you got mad in. So we've got all that out of the way. Okay, we're back. I feel better. I got to pee. And man, this beer is kicking in. I had like three other beers sitting to the side here that I was going to drink on when I finished this bottle, but fuck, I'm going to have to slow down. So there's a couple of bits of news that we want to cover, and then we're going to wrap this up. First and foremost, I think we should just, because I don't know how many people have dealt with the other game I want to talk about. I know Patrick will have some shit to say about it, but first thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo Switch.
Man, that thing.
Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be an early adopter for that. That thing looks fucking nice. I like how that looks and what they're doing.
What do you like about it? Tell me what you like about it.
So what I like about it is that they're taking their two mainstays, which is home gaming and mobile gaming. Not mobile as in on phone, but like pocket, handheld, however you want to talk it. And they're putting them together. So every game will be a game that you can play on your TV, or every game will be a game that you can take on the go with you. Being someone that, I mean, doesn't travel a lot, but has the potential to need to be out in the field every now and then, it's great because then I can easily take this device with me and still have something that I could do. I mean, it's kind of the thing that we all wanted the Wii U to do, but the Wii U can't do it. So it's got some really, really good potential. Granted, we do kind of have to wait and see what games come out for it, but right now, I would say if it came out today, I'd probably buy it.
So, as far as what my deal is, even with Nintendo, right? I haven't messed around with Nintendo in a long time. I've never purchased a Wii. I've played.
Rightfully so.
Huh? Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
I mean, like the Wii itself, I never really got into. The last game that I can honestly remember playing on any Nintendo system was Super Smash Brothers, and I really enjoy that game. It's a fun like party game. But like Super Mario Kart, couldn't give a fuck less. The Mario games I have respect for on the old systems. I grew up playing those when I was a kid. But I don't. As far as this idea, what this looks like to me, I think the idea is cool where you can say, hey, boom, I'm playing this game. Oh, I got to go walk my dog. Well, I'll just take my game with me. Yoink. Now I got my game with me and I'm walking my dog. What is the difference between that and playing Pokemon?
I mean, honestly, there's no difference. But it would be a lot easier for me to play a lot of the games that I've got currently on my 3DS if I could play them on my TV. Like there's let's say I never finished the most recent Pokemon. Yeah. I mean, and it makes it easier for people to. Speaking of streaming, like we were talking about a second ago with the BioShock, it makes it easier for people to stream these games who have an Elgato. And is it Elgato or Delgado?
It is Elgato.
Elgato.
The cat. It is the
Elgato.
cat.
Okay, so it makes it easier to stream.
The cat.
The pussy is a pussy. It does make it easier for people to stream that thing because, as far as I'm aware, it's going to be connecting through an HDMI. I don't think they're going to be doing 4K with this system because Patrick's giving me the big head shake. So, and he's a smart guy when it comes to that kind of shit.
Snob, not smart guy. Snob,
not smart guy. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. But it's still just going to be going through an HDMI port, so it'll make it easier for people to stream things like the current Pokemon games, the Bravely Defaults, the Fire Emblem games, because the Fire Emblem games aren't currently on the Wii U. I mean, yes, there's this weird Persona, or is it Persona or no? Shingami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, however the fuck they finally named it, or whatever. I mean, there's that on the Wii U, so that would leave people with a cat to be able to stream that properly. But it gives more potential and easier access for people to stream their stuff. And I know with how Nintendo treats their shit, when someone does a Let's Play of it, they monetize the fuck out of it. So anytime someone does something like that and puts it up on YouTube, they'll get paid for somebody else's. Well, I don't want to say somebody else's work because they developed it, but yeah, it's somebody else's content.
Somebody else's content.
I mean, if you really want to see a good breakdown of that shit, just look at some of the recent Jim Sterling videos. The Jimquisitions. He actually does something where anytime he shows too much Nintendo content, he will openly play the song The Chains of Love, so that there's two particular people that are trying to get paid for his video because he doesn't monetize it, and these two people will have to fight back and forth so that nobody gets paid during the time frame of the most hits, which is the first 2 weeks, actually probably the first 2 days, because they're combating back and forth. But again, I think it's got the Switch has got great potential. I'm glad that it actually has a real fucking name and not some stupid ass fucking made up baby word for this shit, because nothing says my first video game console than a fucking word that's not a real fucking word for it. You know, fine, I got it. The first time around, it was like, okay, you wanted a name for your console that was the same in Japanese, English, I don't know, Hindu, some other fucking Farsi, some other fucking language. You know, it's all we.
Farsi.
Fucking, I don't know. It's we in everything. That's just what it is, because it's more of a sound, not a fucking name.
I just need a takeaway.
Yeah. But I'm really glad they're going in this direction. Hopefully it will also lead to, you know, being able to take a lot of the other games that I want to take on the go without having to upgrade my 3DS. Granted, yes, I will have to do an upgrade to get this, but hopefully they'll do at least some type of a virtual console type thing, so that I could have like the Earthbounds, the Super Metroids, the Paper Mario RPGs, all those types of things. So right now it's got a whole lot of potential. It's like when you first start dating a chick, before you get a chance to
figure out how crazy she is.
Figure out how crazy she is. Put your dick in the pussy. You know, before you find out how terrible the sex actually is, or how money grubbing she may possibly be, or just, you know, how fickle. Because we all know women are super fucking fickle. They may just all of a sudden just fuck it, whatever. It's what it is. You know.
Time to drink.
It's just the way I am.
Well,
take it or leave it.
I'm pretty fucking drunk. Yeah, it's my fault.
What was
I mean, it's the consumer's fault. You know, if you can't take it the way that it is.
So I want to know what. I don't mean to cut you off, Ian, but I kind of want to know what Patrick's little deal is with the Nintendo systems.
It's a tablet with two Wii nunchucks on it. That's all it is.
I give you that, but usually a tablet has a touch surface.
I can do everything.
So it's less than a tablet. It's a mini TV with two Wii hand sticks.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to grab that thing and actually bring it to a party? They're really going to throw it up on the TV, to be perfectly honest. And if you're going to do that, you're really at the Wii U to begin with.
Yeah, no, I mean, basically all it is it's an evolved form of the Wii U. That's what it boils down to.
You're going to use a TV. You're not going to just grab it out and throw it on a picnic table in the middle of the park. You're actually going to go to your friend's house. You're going to plug it into the TV, and you're going to enjoy it there. What's the difference between the Wii U?
Nothing. I mean, you're making a good point, but also keep in mind that the Wii U currently is in line with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and this is supposed to now be in line with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, supposedly.
So it can't sell for more than $300.
Well, I mean, that is a given. They need to hit that. I'm saying that it's going to hit 350.
See, but for $300, you can get an Xbox One S.
Yeah, agreed. But then again, can you take the Xbox One S onto a bus and play it while you're there?
No, but I can take it to my friend's house where they're going to actually have the TV, which you're going to play it on anyway, and play it there.
Okay, but what
You
if
will, but what about so to play devil's advocate? Because I see exactly where Ian's going with this. You're a college student, okay? You have to go from one class to another consistently today. Maybe not every day, but one day a week. You've got 2 or 3 different classes back to back. You don't go back to your dorm or go back to campus housing, wherever, right? And you say, you know what? I'm going to bring my Nintendo Switch with me today. Are you going to go plug it into a TV at your buddy's house then?
I see this as more like a preteen type thing where, okay, their buddy may not actually have a TV.
That's Nintendo's demographic, though, is their gaming demographic is actually more geared towards younger people than it is like the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. That's more geared towards people our age. And I'm a giant stupid kid at heart, and I grew up on Nintendo stuff. And we all know, like, man, so kind of sidetracking. I went to go pick up Titanfall 2 today, like right after I got off work. And the Best Buy that I picked it up at, I guess Nintendo re-released some old amiibos. Now I have the Samus Aran and the Zero Suit Samus amiibos in a box up on a shelf that will not come out of the box because I'm a collector. Well, they had the Samus ones again. I don't know if Nintendo just decided to re-release them, so I bought another one so that I can take it out of the package and actually use it in Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U. So I mean, there's certain games that I am tied to, me personally, that I will always want to play. Like the Pokemon games to me are really fun games. Even I still periodically pick up Pokemon Go and fuck with it. Another one that I really enjoy is the Metroid series. And right now the best Metroid games have always been the 2D ones, which back on the Game Boy Advance, they had some of the best Metroid games on there. So I'm waiting for them to get back to doing the 2D ones. So that's why I'm saying, like, I want the virtual console aspect of it, because if I could have like the entirety, or as much as I can, of the entirety of the Metroid series with me on the go. So let's say Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid 2, Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusion. If I could have all 4 of those games on one device and take it with me, that would be great. One device that I haven't had to jailbreak, because I know that you can jailbreak a Fire and put an emulator on there, and I think it's got Bluetooth capability, so you could get a controller and you could play those games that way. I would actually like to give my money to Nintendo again to show them how much I want more Metroid that is not Federation Force.
So you want a Nintendo tablet?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, as long as you're okay with it, that's the thing. I just can't see doing it with the tablets that I have. Granted, one that is several years old that can end up playing Nintendo games right now.
Yeah, and again, but with doing that, you're doing emulators.
Can it play with joysticks?
That's a fair question. I mean, does it have Bluetooth capabilities?
Tooth, man, tooth.
Oh,
one too many drinks.
Does it have? So, I mean, the answer to that question is no. It can't use joysticks, right? Not unless you've got some sort of weird way to hack that shit in.
Bluetooth.
You're not going to find many Bluetooth joysticks.
Not joysticks. There's joy pads. I mean, there's a whole series of Mad Cat controllers where you like put your phone on it and set the Bluetooth to it, and you can fucking do
Xbox One S is Bluetooth.
Yeah, no, the Xbox One S controller is Bluetooth.
I can't wait for that.
The red and black controller
Get it.
has Bluetooth capability. But I don't know how to access it. I got the instructions. Shit, I still got the box here because I like this box. I'm not throwing that box away. Boy, that's dusty.
I want to know though, can you use Bluetooth headsets with it as well.
At the same
I would
time.
hope so. I would hope so.
Because that's been my biggest hang up with Xbox has been you can't use Bluetooth headsets. You always have to use something proprietary.
Yeah.
Or with an
PC.
No. Yeah. No.
You know, go fuck yourself. Go fuck
bastard
yourself.
race. So I mean, like right there, like you seen, that's the Bluetooth emblem on my red and black controller that I recently ordered
yes,
from
it
the
is.
Creative Lab. But no, with that, it you have to have the console accept the headset Bluetooth thing.
Right.
So I mean, and you would have to upgrade your physical console to be able to get to that point, even if they did that properly. Now, I'm going to take devil's advocate here and play Microsoft's side of the table. The reason why they use a proprietary connection is because they're actually using Skype as part of their chat systems.
Right.
You know what? I can't take Microsoft's side because it doesn't make fucking sense. There should be Bluetooth capability.
It's strictly because it's Sony. Like that's it. Because Sony owns the Bluetooth technology.
Really? I did not fucking know that shit.
That's why. That's the whole reason why. Because all of the PlayStation stuff is on Bluetooth. You can take any Bluetooth headset and you can use it for your PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3.
I think the Xbox One S is going to make a difference on that.
Well, I think the Scorpio is going to make more of a difference on that.
I would agree.
The S, I think, is kind of like the
Starting point.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first step, and then
Yes.
the Scorpio will be the next step. So as we're slowly losing Ryan to Destiny, let's go ahead and switch over to the next bit of news that I want to cover, and then we can go ahead and wrap this up because I'm chomping at the bits to get on some Titanfall before
I bet you are.
Microsoft Conference? No?
What was that?
Microsoft Conference?
I
What about it?
didn't watch that. I don't know.
Or
Or
the
what's-
updates to the Xbox One S in terms of being able to do Atmos sound and all that?
No, I figured I'd wait till it got released on like Polygon or something before I heard anything about it. I didn't pay attention. I don't pay attention to conferences.
It's on Engadget and the whole thing. So,
Oh, okay.
Well,
but
okay,
you guys
go
go
ahead.
ahead and go with your thing.
No. Go ahead and hit us with the main points that, because I remember seeing you post something about that Microsoft conference. What were the big points that sold you on getting your next Xbox?
So the next one on my list is the Xbox One S. As much as I don't want, I am not an early adopter, so the Xbox One S fits perfectly. I don't want to pay $400 or $500 for a thing that first came out.
Yeah.
So, of course, we already know the HDR and all that. That's a already thing that it's already had, but it's already going to include the Atmos, which is a kind of brand new thing when it comes to Dolby. They haven't supported it up to this point because they really haven't needed to because it hasn't been in any games, but people have been really wanting it. That has been an upcoming new kind of like sound requirement when it comes to movies, not necessarily games. I hope it comes to games. And then also the other big thing is they're going to offer Bitstream, and that's kind of really what it is. Basically, it's sending the raw audio data to your receiver to decode it, which is an awesome and great thing. And then, of course, when it comes to the actual Xbox, I guess the Microsoft conference that they had, is they have creators, which is going to give you 3D paint. But the biggest thing is the VR headsets. So not only are we just to Oculus and God, I can't remember it because I'm too drunk right now.
HTC Vive.
HTC Vive. Thank you very much. It's going to have almost 5 different people, which include like Asus and those producers. What you're saying is $299 for 6. Kind of the 6-way, so up, down, left, right, and down and forward and back, which none of the other ones actually offer, which is incredible. $300, which means we are on really, really close to being able to anyone being able to grab it for potentially $200 within a year, which is awesome. So this is like, I would say like the first one was version 1. This is version 2, and version 3 is what everyone gets. So I can't wait for version 2 to come out, and it's because it's 5 different producers. It's going to create competition and everything like that, and I just absolutely can't wait. Xbox Xbox is doing, or I should say Microsoft is doing their own version of Twitch, which is kind of shady, is because apparently there's this little thing where you can tell what you want your person gaming to do, which I have questions on right there. But that was the biggest things that came out of the Microsoft conference, which in my mind were huge.
I don't think that Twitch network is going to go anywhere. I think it's going to fail.
Yeah,
I agree. I completely agree.
And I've heard that what they're going to also do is they're going to integrate a Twitch streaming app or service into Windows 10, making it easier for people who are using Windows 10 to actually stream what they're playing at that point. But it sounds like what you're saying now is that it's actually just going to be through their proprietary streaming service.
No, it's going to
because Microsoft, yay!
It's going to be a part of Windows 10, which is unfortunate. I'm glad that there is another person out there because you don't want a monopoly. I completely agree with that. But from what I've seen so far, Twitch definitely has the, I guess, the top end on that one. Obviously, YouTube is really trying on this as well. But Twitch definitely has them. However, when it comes to creating, tournaments and stuff, I would say maybe Xbox definitely has the edge on that, or I should say Microsoft has the edge on that. However, if Twitch comes up with something between now and then, I kind of see them losing that edge.
Yeah. It's much like Google Plus. I mean, Google recently just kind of gave up on that, to be honest. And the fact that they're giving away, or they gave up on the live hangout things, which us being podcasters, that was something that we used. But yeah, I know you're super happy about that, Patrick. But so now it's something that's gone, which is the reason why probably from here on out, every time you see one of these, we're going to be doing it live and then edited, and then you'll see the video later on.
Which is unfortunate.
It really is, because I mean, the last thing you want to do is end up with a shitty podcast where, you know, basically you've got a bunch of people staring at cameras that can't see each other, and then recording it down that way, and having to try to edit it all together like 4 different channels, and
you could see it on the Late Night Enforcers Twitch, huh?
I mean,
I actually brought that up. So
that is one way to do it, and that's something that we're going to do for Late Night Enforcers. Extra Life is probably set up a Twitch channel specifically for the Late Night Enforcers, so that it's just that, and and if we have to split it up, the reason why I say if we have to split it up is because, you know, some of us are full-time parents, Ryan, and may not have the ability to get out to the party house that we're going to be having this at. So, and he definitely wants to be involved with it. So at some point we may take a break at the party house and have Ryan run a party, or run a stream out of his house while the rest of us fucking sleep for at least 2 hours or 3 hours, depending on how long his child allows him.
Ryan is awesome with Destiny.
What?
Dude, you are not going to stream Destiny.
For Extra Life?
No. I will bring you fucking games to play. You are not.
No. I've got other games to play. Like, I haven't even touched Battleborn yet. Fucking, there's plenty of games that I can play. I got plenty of shit to play.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that. No. The only reason that I would ever throw up Destiny for Extra Life is if they like needed me for a raid or something, and then I would switch. But unless I'm halfway into a game that is like super deep or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so so at least for that, the plan originally, I guess, that I had was for us to do that, have you guys have the one Late Night Enforcers channel out there, and then everybody else can host that, since we all have our own kind of fan bases. You know, Ian's got a spooky, scary fan base.
Oh, yeah.
I've got you guys, and then a couple of people that like my Batman and Assassin's Creed streams.
And I'm boring.
Yeah. I shouldn't have agreed with you so quickly.
Oh, that was great. That was great. That deserves.
At least I admit to it. I'm Civ 6. I mean, seriously, who sits down and watches Civ 6?
You
Can I
know,
stream Dance Center with Patrick and Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Cynthia. Please. In fact, we're going to make that the opening one.
yeah, you and Patrick going at it on Dance
Ian.
Central?
And
No,
and
no.
Ian.
No,
It
I'll be at
says
work.
Ian. He
No,
says
I'll be
Ian.
at work. I'll be at work. I'll be at work.
We'll make it the opening one when Ian shows up.
So there's a certain point in the man's life when he's got to draw a line in the sand and he's got to say, what am I willing to deal with today? Not fucking this.
If I'm drunk enough, I'll deal with anything.
So let's get this done with, because again, I really want to get to Titanfall 2. Ryan's tired. He's been dealing with his kid all day. And Patrick is drunk and wants to play Civ 6. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about that I'm like super excited about, and I'm not sure how many other people are really excited about it is, and I'm fucking agitated by the name of it, but Red Dead Redemption 2 has been announced, and I'm so fucking excited about it. I'm so fucking excited about it because that game is my game of last generation. It had the best story. It had some solid gameplay. It had great online community concepts, which carried over into GTA 5, which apparently has been making Rockstar a lot of fucking money because they have microtransactions in there for people that don't want to actually hold up enough liquor stores to be able to buy that high-rise apartment. They can just buy a credit card in the game and get it that way. But
show up to the godforsaken PC.
All right. Well, they haven't said anything about that yet. So, and you're getting an Xbox S1. So, what's your
an Xbox S1? S1? Does it go faster than the S?
PC rules. Damn it.
Look, you're already delving down into the commoner area of the consoles. You will be converted, and eventually your PC is only going to be used for your streaming purposes. I can almost guarantee it.
No,
Because
I will fight that.
No, see, no, I can still see Patrick staying on his PC, because where the hell else are you going to play stupid ass RTSs?
That's true.
I mean, Halo Wars 2 is going to come out, and I'm going to play the shit out of that. But that's built from the ground up for the controller. Even though Steam used to scream up and down that this weird, funky controller that they were making was going to be compatible with RTS games, but I haven't really heard much about that thing lately, have we? We thought Steam could do absolutely no wrong, and I have not seen Hair 1.
Steam Shell.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hair 1 of a decent Steam box.
Give Steam time.
Well, they announced that Steam box shit, what, 2-3 years ago?
Steam has been around for like 10 fucking years. You've had your time.
Yeah, if you're going to make a console...
It's like Half-Life 3. It will come.
No, it will not. It will not come. If it does, it's going to be a fucking mod created by the community, because Steam is too busy counting the money from Dota and fucking Team Fortress 2, okay? They're not going to fucking leave those two cash cows for a good long while.
I was not leaning over and laughing, I swear to God.
Were you vomiting?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah. There's all sorts of vomit all over his nice new hardwood floors.
Yes, that was it. I'm not laughing at all.
But, okay, so going back to the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2, which, again, I hate that name because Red Dead Revolver was the first game, Red Dead Redemption was the second game, so this should have been Red Dead something else with R in it. Hopefully it's a placeholder name, and they just needed to go ahead and get ahead of everything and be like, all right, yes, here's Red Dead 2, it's happening. Or they should have just called it.
Is so good.
They should have just called it like Red Dead 3 or Red Dead Revolution.
PlayStation-like RTS games.
It's like GTA at this point.
Cynthia says PlayStation-like RTS games.
See, I played the fuck out of Command & Conquer on the PlayStation 1 back in the day when it was still just called the PlayStation. Like, yeah, Red Alert. Yeah, I think I still have that in the box of PlayStation games that I've got. I played the fuck out of it. I loved it, and the controls worked. It's just, you want to talk about a niche market when it comes to RTS games on console. There is a very fucking tiny. You got your Dark Souls crowd, and then you've got your RTS crowd on fucking shit. Of course, Dark Souls.
RTS on PC is doing fine though.
Yeah, of course it is, because you can make hotkeys. You can't fucking do that shit on a console. I will give you that shit,
Aw.
but there
Nobody-
are things that you can do
That's like
quickly
the
on
only
the
claim
console.
to fame, though.
Yeah,
It's like that's it. If that's all you got, give up, bro.
we're just gonna have this argument. But I'm excited. I'm excited. The little trailers that the trailer that they've set out that shows kind of basically the mood and the concept of the time frame that they're doing this game in, which it's a Western. We don't know if it's a prequel or if it's a sequel. I mean, it's got 2 in the name, right? Okay, but does it come after the John Marston story? Does it come before it? Does it even incorporate anything into it? Is it in a different location? I don't know. It's the fucking West. Everything looked the same. So
To be fair, I hope it comes to the PC is because it looked like an awesome game. I really hate the fact that I missed it. I really do.
well, it's
And
backwards
Chat
compatible on the Xbox One S.
I agree.
I gotta
Chat
write that
box.
down.
If it doesn't come out, granted, I'm getting the Xbox One S because of all the features it has over the PS4. Sorry. Then I will
Sorry,
eventually
not
get it
sorry.
for the Xbox One S. But I really want it to come out for the PC. I think not only because console players got to have a
Beta
great
test.
game. To be perfectly honest. I want the PC users to be able to utilize that, and I want to be able to use it on my PC. But if not, I think that's going to be one of those must-have games that I have on the Xbox, which is going to be one of the few, and that is saying a lot of good things.
Yeah.
To bring up the chat box, we've got Cynthia saying some new names for the new Red Dead game.
Oh
Red
God.
Dead really need that money, and Red Dead Ready to Rumble.
Ready to rumble!
That's better than the ones that I was hearing, like Red Dead Revengeance. Um,
Revengeance.
there was all sorts of really stupid ones where you just took the R words. There were some really good ones though too, where it was like Red Dead Revenge, like where you would play as John Marston's offspring and take care of some stuff, not giving away major plot points
Yeah, no
specifically.
spoilers.
But you know, just calling it Red Dead 2 seems like a fucking cop out to me, because everybody knows that Red Dead Revolver came before Red Dead Redemption, because John Marston was in Red Dead Revolver. He was just a small character, and all the guys that you are tasked with killing in Red Dead Redemption were the guys that were the main characters in Red Dead Revolver. But I digress. I'm actually really fucking excited for this game. Like, my hype train is fucking steaming along perfectly fine, busting the coal into the thing. So I'm going to keep talking about this one whenever more information comes up and we're doing a cast. But I'm done. I really, really want to play some Titanfall. So unless you guys got some other reason that I need to continue listening to you fuckers talk,
You're not allowed to.
I'm done with you.
Wow.
I'm done with you.
No, I mean, I don't have anything. I talked about the
No.
couple of games that I played. We talked about Extra Life. We talked about Nintendo. Honestly, I didn't really have much else up until I get Gears of War 4, start into Battleborn, all that stuff. That'll be some new stuff.
So speaking of which, I'm going to have to do this because I was an early adopter on Gears of War 4. It came with a little sheet in there that had a code for all 4 of the other Gears of War games. So I've got digital versions of that to give out that way. Maybe we'll talk about that at another time. I don't know, because I'm a little too drunk and I really want to play Titanfall. And then I've got a message that Xbox or Microsoft has sent me that gave me 4 more codes, which are the other 4 games. Oh, and looks like somebody's got some gift cards to give away either on his stream or on Extra Life. I guess we'll talk it out and hash that out later on. So I've technically got 2 copies of each of the Gears of War games, not including 4, to give away. So we're going to have to try to figure out something to do. Maybe we'll give those away during Extra Life, just as a shits and giggles type of thing.
Hell yeah. I would say so. We'll figure that out.
Yeah. So keep an eye in the future. There will be more information in this channel here. We'll make little trailers and whatnot about what's going to go down with Extra Life.
You can also join the Facebook group. We put so much shit in there. Facebook group is public for all to join. We welcome all comers. We don't care who you is. And we'll definitely be posting up little blurbs in there as well. Good night, Cynthia.
Night, Cynthia. And then, you know, through even if you're only subscribed to this channel, throughout the days that we're doing that Extra Life, we'll shoot up little quick, like 10-second, 1-minute videos saying, hey, so-and-so is going to start recording this. And hopefully I won't have to record any of those from work, getting a text message saying, hey, set up a video saying Ryan's about to play Assassin's Creed. Because the last thing I want to do is run down into the parking lot at work just to make a video real quick stating that somebody is going to start filming or start streaming something. But I'll do it if I need to, because that's what's going on. Because Extra Life is about raising money for the kids. The kids.
It's all about the kids.
But other than that, I think we're all good for tonight. Anybody else? Anything? Last chance?
Das ist gut.
Nothing, actually. I am done.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut. Okay. I'm gonna go play some Titanfall. We'll have to, the three of us will have to get together later on a Skype call, maybe tomorrow or something, and really hash out this late night force, this Extra Life shit for everybody else to know about. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to witness this. I'm sorry for all the jump cuts that happen throughout this thing, but there's editing has to happen. It's a thing that needs to take place.
Yes.
So we're doing that.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll get this down to less than an hour. But you guys have a wonderful night. Happy Halloween. You're probably not going to see this until after Halloween, but happy Halloween anyways, because it's the greatest holiday created by man and witches and goblins and demons.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.